The next wave of AAA action games is shaping up to deliver some of the biggest and most ambitious experiences yet. Here are the upcoming titles set to make 2026 and 2027 huge years for action fans. Let's get into it. Hades 2 is a roguelike action game where players fight through the underworld using fast hack-and-slash combat and dark magic abilities. Each run features changing enemy encounters, new challenges, and different upgrade choices that shape combat builds. Players can strengthen weapons with powers from Olympian gods while unlocking permanent upgrades between runs. The game also includes story progression through character interactions as players work toward defeating the Titan of Time.
Aid me.
Our power now is yours.
They're going to love this.
It will shine so bright it hurts.
Why are you here?
Vengeance for my family.
Replaced is a 2.5D action platformer set in an alternate 1980s America where players control an AI trapped inside a human body. The game combines platforming, climbing, and cinematic movement with fast combat that mixes melee strikes and ranged attacks during enemy encounters. Players move through neon city streets, ruined districts, and industrial areas while uncovering the secrets of Phoenix Corporation. Story progression centers on narrative-driven events and discovering hidden details across the environment.
To create Outward, we asked ourselves, what would it be like?
Outward 2 is an action RPG with survival mechanics, where players manage hunger, thirst, exhaustion, weather, and equipment while trying to survive in a dangerous fantasy setting. Combat requires preparation and strategy, with players using melee weapons, ranged tools, magic, traps, potions, and defensive moves during fights. Character growth comes through learning skills from trainers and building different class combinations. The game also includes co-op play, character traits, faction choices, and consequences for defeat.
Intensity be defined by the calm that came before. A time to ponder. What does it take to vanquish what is bigger and meaner than you? It's going to take everything you got.
I improvised because nothing ever stuck to the script. Because order.
Blackwood is a third-person action game where players balance life as a DVD store owner during the day and an assassin at night. Combat includes responsive gunplay, grounded melee fighting, brutal takedowns, and movement options such as dives, rolls, and slides during firefights. The game also features store management mechanics where players organize inventory, sell DVDs, and manage pricing. Story progression follows missions tied to the character's double life and criminal underworld.
Dust is bored.
Want me to entertain it?
Please don't.
I've got the counter.
All right.
Let's see. Thanks for stopping by. I'm stepping out. Help the counter. I'll need more ammo before heading out. Man, I'm screwed with how much money I spend.
In 2060, Earth is dying, but we might have a solution.
We've discovered...
Aphelion is a sci-fi action-adventure where players control astronaut Ariane as she travels across a frozen alien planet to rescue her injured partner. Gameplay includes traversal mechanics such as climbing, grappling, sliding, and using tools to cross dangerous terrain and survive harsh conditions. Players also take part in stealth sections while avoiding a hostile creature hunting them across the planet. Story progression involves uncovering clues behind the crash and strange events affecting the environment.
Entire planet, forming a complex energy network. Most importantly, our instruments have detected a mysterious heat source. A source that could allow liquid water to exist. Ice, snowfall, flowing rivers. This planet could have a complete water cycle. We're ready. We've trained for the harshest environment. Conditions are not optimal yet. But all the raw ingredients for habitability are here.
Know it. Damn it.
This world has everything to become humanity's new home.
It's impossible.
So we gave it a name. Not for what it is, but for what it will be.
We know the cause.
Persephone,
Tell him the truth.
the Greek goddess of fertility. It can't be about Omen, right?
Oh shit!
Invincible VS is a 3v3 tag fighting game where players build teams of characters from the Invincible universe and battle in fast-paced matches across iconic locations. Combat centers on chaining combos, using defensive tactics, and switching between teammates during fights to extend pressure. Players can perform powerful super moves and ultimate attacks that deliver brutal finishers. The game also includes story, arcade, training, and both casual and competitive multiplayer modes.
You ain't heard enough.
This will hurt. You always did have a punchable face.
If you ain't heard enough. It's all good. I called you a cat.
I'm sorry, Mark. We need your help.
Let me see you go off.
Just in time.
Jumping in here! Nice drop! Make my effort! Here I am!
I'm here.
Listen to me! You don't seem to understand. This battle isn't yours to win.
It's time to turn it up.
And silence falls outside.
MotoGP 26 is a motorcycle racing simulator featuring the full, official 2026 championship with licensed riders, teams, bikes, and tracks. Gameplay uses a new rider-based handling system where body movement affects control, supported by both arcade and simulation options. Career mode lets players progress from rookie to champion through contracts, media interactions, and bike development decisions. The game also includes training events, additional bike disciplines, and online multiplayer races with cross-play support.
This is my time.
This is who I am. This is MotoGP 26.
Brace yourself!
007 First Light is an espionage action-adventure game that follows a young James Bond during his early training in MI6. Gameplay includes stealth, gunfights, hand-to-hand combat, gadget use, and different mission approaches that let players go in quietly or aggressively. Players take part in missions across multiple locations while driving vehicles and pursuing enemy targets. The game also features replayable missions with modifiers that add extra challenges and alternate ways to complete objectives.
Need I state the obvious? He is not ready.
Jibs, the service is over.
You're a rare breed, Bond. I should be interested to see what you do next.
009 will employ every manner of subterfuge to avoid capture.
Try not to draw attention to yourself.
Me? Housekeeping, I presume?
You seem the kind of guy who knows what he likes.
So you won't do anything stupid?
Of course not. I'm not an idiot.
Agents have very short life expectancy.
Marvel's Wolverine is an action-adventure game centered on Logan, as players take control of the mutant hero in a standalone story connected to Insomniac's Marvel Universe. Combat is expected to focus on close-range fighting using Wolverine's claws, aggressive melee attacks, and his healing abilities during battles. The game follows an original narrative, inspired by Marvel's comic mythology, while featuring characters tied to Wolverine and the wider X-Men universe.
Doesn't matter where I go. How far I run. Death's always waiting. Just not for me. Because I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
I have seen prophecy, and it falls to you.
Enshrouded is a co-op survival action RPG where players gather resources, build structures, and battle enemies across a large fantasy environment. The game combines survival systems with action, combat, and planned updates add smarter enemy AI, improved melee mechanics, and deeper tactical fighting. Players will also gain expanded building tools, including traps, logic systems, and advanced creation options for custom structures. Additional map areas, quests, enemies, and shared world features are also planned.
And strike at the fury of ancient malice. Immerse yourself in splendor. But do not trust in the deep. Pierce the shadows at your peril. And remember, the brighter the lure, the sharper the hook. The secrets of Vale Water will not surrender easily, for only the worthy can take back the kingdom. Flameborn, glory must be earned. Myth and legend must be built from ember to empire. Rise, ignite, and command the waters.
One of the biggest fears of an astronaut doing extravehicular activity, or EVA, is somehow becoming detached.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn is a third-person action RPG set in the Expanse universe, where players control a mercenary captain caught in a growing conspiracy. Combat features cover base gunplay, abilities, and real-time squad commands, while 2 companions join in battle and others provide support from a distance. Players can customize their captain, manage relationships with crew members, and make choices that affect the story. The game also includes travel across multiple locations throughout the solar system.
In a reactive game, that would be too clumsy, and so mag boots is a creative way to kind of compromise and keep it realistic, but also be able to be reactive. But the fear is the same, becoming detached somehow and drifting away. And that's just one example. Even firearms would behave differently in space. Recoil and ballistics would also be different. People think about space as silent, but silence can mean danger. For example, inside of the spacesuit, there's a steady hum of the fan that's blowing oxygen over your face. The people at Alcat Games did some research and figured out that vibrations caused by shots inside of a vehicle would translate to the hull and likely be felt through the mag boots.
We love the idea, but have to adapt it. Pure realism would mean almost no sound in combat. No vacuum, you feel more than Ostenness do, but far less than an atmosphere. What you hear is what your character feels. Breath, comes, vibrations. The tension stays, and so does the fear.
The mission crews train for months, even years together. The commander is chosen first and sets the tone. Just like in the game, trust takes time and shared experience.
The ship is crew's home. To craft the right atmosphere, we focus on the smallest of details. Life in space changes tastes. Astronauts often crave spices just to feel such sensations again. On pink water, meals created from what could actually be grown in orbit. And in the same spirit, you'll even hear your companions discussing food and ingredients on the ship. We hope that our approach to blending realism with gameplay considerations will make players experience something engaging and truly immersive.
See, all I wanted to do was make things right.
Tenet of the Spark is a cinematic action game where players switch between 3 timelines during combat and puzzle solving. Each timeline offers a different playable style, with modern-day boxing, Viking strength, and Aztec agility used for specific situations. Players must swap between these forms to handle enemies, solve environmental puzzles, and interact with each world in unique ways. The game also features exploration across 3 distinct settings with separate characters and stories.
I must know the truth. I must know who I am.
Tears of Metal is a medieval hack-and-slash roguelike, where players battle large groups of enemies while trying to reclaim an invaded island. Combat centers on fast melee action, powerful attacks, and building different loadouts through upgrades and artifacts collected during each run. Players can recruit and strengthen Scottish soldiers who gain permanent skills between campaigns and fight alongside them in battle. The game supports both solo and co-op play across handcrafted battlefields.
Mechanicus II, every battle on
Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus II is a turn-based strategy game where players command either the Adeptus Mechanicus or Necron forces in tactical battles. Combat requires positioning units, using faction-specific abilities, taking cover, and adapting to environmental mechanics during encounters. Outside battle, players manage territories, defend regions, gather resources, and build armies for future missions. The game also includes multiple campaigns with story choices that affect how the conflict progresses and ends.
a volatile energy feedback that lashes out at random, striking ally and foe alike. To fuel Scavola's unstable cognition engine, recruit servitors, who generate data through their programmed sacrifice trait, and electro priests, whose machine write trait provides a steady flow of cognition each turn. Within the Mechanicus tech tree, upgrades like preparatory data meditations and cognition banks expand Scavola's resource control, starting missions charged and preserving vital data between them. Meanwhile, Granting servitors the Rush upgrade ensures her constructs can reach the front lines early to begin generating cognition. In the Reliquary, Scaevola herself can be augmented. Combine upgrades like Unstable Overload and Master of Xenorite technology to weaponize her own instability while shielding nearby units. Further expand the build with Unstable Power Field, allowing her melee strikes to unleash instability directly, and Teleportation Matrix for quick escapes. Alternatively, Scaevola can be turned into a frontline menace. Acquiring the Eradication Ray, Temporal Copia skill, and Nanophage Manipulation allows her to devastate enemies and inflict damage over time, before consuming inflicted debuffs to recover her HP as needed. Omenek is one of Nepheshar's first deployable lords, a versatile commander who excels at reanimation and dominion generation while commanding a diverse array of Necron units. Central to all of his builds is the Master trait, acquired in the Lord's Chamber, which generates Dominion each time a Necron reanimates. Unlike the Mechanicus, Necron leaders recruit units from their own personal upgradable cores rather than a shared roster. For Omenek, unlocking a Technomancer and upgrading them with rites of reanimation is an incredibly strong synergy, resulting in reanimated units near the Technomancer being given a powerful buff to their armor. Each Lord can be further customized with relics and command protocols. The right pairing of these unlocks an extra bonus called Dynastic Resonance, in this case, the Eternal Revenant, which lets Omenek skip his own reanimation timer entirely, reviving instantly when defeated. Most relics and command protocols are unlocked by awakening the Necron tech tree. Here you'll also find Immortal Servitude, a pivotal upgrade for Omenek's Resurrection build, allowing Necron units to rise twice instead of once. Alternatively, you can focus Omenek on rapidly generating and sustaining Dominion to unleash the most powerful relics and command protocols available, like the Royal Touch, which instantly executes a target, and if it's your own unit, Omenek is healed and gains a surge of Dominion in return. Two leaders, one a Master of Cognition, the other of Dominion, each offering a different path to victory for their faction.
You thought you could...
Tides of Tomorrow is a narrative adventure game where player decisions can affect the stories of other players through its online story link system. Players travel through a flooded world, explore floating islands, gather resources, and interact with different factions while trying to survive a spreading disease. Levels, character encounters, and story events can change based on choices made by previous players. The game also lets players leave behind decisions that shape future playthroughs for others.
Your friend was a real star.
You can also play fully offline, following pre-made story links.
Could you use your visions to see where he went? Tidewalkers have visions. You guys can't stop bragging about it.
You'll track visions of that player's past and discover what happened to them.
Take the oath. We're leaving now.
The choices they made have major consequences on the world.
Your little friend broke into the slaughterhouse and stole from me.
Of course, you're shaping your own story, but you're also leaving a mark for future players.
Now, Tidy! Free the matriarch!
Pre-order now on consoles to get the Delta Agent pack with exclusive skins for you and your boat. You'll support the devs and look cool doing it. Tides of Tomorrow is a true passion project from a small, dedicated team.
They left me with nothing. No justice, no peace, just names on the wall.
Acts of Blood is a third-person beat-em-up, focused on fast hand-to-hand combat in a dystopian Indonesian city. Players fight through groups of enemies using punches, counters, blocks, brutal finishers, and a range of melee and firearm weapons. The game also includes destructible environments where objects and props can be used during fights, along with parkour movement for climbing and repositioning. Progression follows Hendra's revenge story as he battles towards stronger enemies and bosses.
Bad dot line.
Every voyage begins with a plan.
Ahoy is a multiplayer naval adventure set in the 1780s, where players sail across the Caribbean and manage both player and AI crew members. Gameplay includes trading goods, operating ships, mastering sailing mechanics, and taking part in large naval battles using historically accurate seamanship systems. Players can also engage in hand-to-hand combat and make decisions that affect relationships, alliances, and conflicts during their voyage. The game supports cooperative and competitive multiplayer encounters.
The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back, and the legend we become. We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
So Doc, I'm guessing you've covered your fair share of reports regarding signs of life?
To say that this geode is really...
Project Vesperi is a branching sci-fi narrative game where players control Dr. Evelyn Roth during an investigation on a station built on Venus. Gameplay centers on making decisions that affect story progression, character relationships, and how events unfold throughout the station. Different choices can open new conversation paths, change how characters react, and determine who survives or dies. The game includes multiple endings, allowing players to replay the story and reach different outcomes.
Maybe I can save them this time.
I know you care about him. I may not have people that I'm supporting, but Jesse does.
Why are you here? What do you want with the geode?
I have orders, Doctor.
No!
Helen, no!
This geode is beyond our comprehension. It's bigger than all of us. I'm guessing all of us in this room have people waiting for us back home. Please let us go. Let me figure this out. Let me try. Let me get back to my daughter.